In celebration of Jim Carolla's upcoming 92nd birthday, here's a list of 92 things Jim Carolla has never done. Number 46. Written a postcard. Just one of 92 things Jim Carolla has never done. Let's get back to the Adam Carolla Show.
Mark Norman, very funny stand-up, hanging out with us. Yeah, I don't see, in order to write a postcard, you have to go somewhere.
Yeah.
And one wouldn't normally write a postcard like from their sofa and send it to their bedroom because that would be my dad's option.
Right.
Like a picture of him in his living room, like a glamorous living room shot of his house in North Hollywood, make the postcard out, send it to his Barca lounger.
That's just a text.
That's a text. My grandfather would send us a postcard. You guys are too young. A postcard used to be a thing.
That was a big item.
It was a big thing.
Exciting because you had a photo on the back and then you got to read it. But it was also like, did the postman read this?
Yeah.
It's a little revealing.
Because it wouldn't show up in an envelope.
No, never.
Yeah, many a gay lover was outed by the post office.
You had to speak an innuendo.
My dearest Harold.
Yeah, like
Jonathan from Barbados. I missed your touch. And then the post office. Now the guy's got your address.
Yes, exactly. He knows what you're into.
And you're married with the kids living a lie.
Yeah, it was like the cloud. You know, you could break into the cloud and see the nudes. That was our cloud.
Yes.
You could read it right there.
And the thing about the postcard is they would always run out of room at the end. You know what I mean?
So true.
They would waste valuable lines telling you where they were writing it from, except for on the front of the postcard, it had a picture of Waikiki.
Yes,
so
exactly.
we save yourself the fucking verbiage.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here on a beach in Waikiki thinking of run out of room.
Yeah.
We had it on the other side of the card.
I know. It just said sea front. That's all you need to write.
Just do the arrow thing.
Yeah, right.
All right.
People
Also,
would save them too. They would put them on their wall.
There was zero chance I didn't know where they were going because that was a big ticket item. My grandfather would go to Hungary once a year.
Wow.
It's not like we would mistake him for going anywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Sorry. Go ahead,
And
Max
you grew up hungry.
Yes, that's right. I did. Except for when I was with him because then he made goulash.
Oh, I love goulash.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we were talking about all the potholes and what like Japan does and how they're better than us.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Arnold Schwarzenegger also better than us.
Mm-hmm.
He took matters in his own hands. In Brentwood yesterday, he put out a video of him filling up a pothole that's been bothering him for weeks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So,
I saw this.
Good for
Here's
him.
the video. The caption of the tweet is, "Today, after the whole neighborhood has been upset about this giant pothole that's been screwing up cars and bicycles for weeks, I went out with my team and fixed it. I always say, let's not complain. Let's do something about it. Here you go." And there he is filling it up.
He couldn't have done this when he was governor.
Yeah, I know. He could have just commanded people to it. You're right. I don't know. So one part is like, yep, fuck the city and good on the Terminator. The other part is you then film it and put it up.
But does it matter? I mean, I'm fine with that.
He's doing it.
Yeah, he's doing it.
Yeah,
I'm sure
I mean,
you're doing it for a little bit of the clout.
Falls under the heading of I donated a library to USC and we put my name on the front of it. And it's like, all right, but there's still a place for the hobos to sleep. So I was going to say kids to learn, but those days are fucking long gone.
Oh, yeah.
So Schwarzenegger filled it. And it is sad that Los Angeles has the worst roads in America when we pay the most in gas and the most in taxes. Like, which it always dispels my notion of like, whenever government does that thing where they go, you need to pay a couple extra bucks so we can X, Y, and Z. The X, Y, and Z never happens.
Yeah.
We pay the most in state taxes and we pay the most in gas taxes, and we have the worst roads. So you tell me that there's any straight line between how much we pay in and then what we get in return. But yeah, it is brutal out there. And you know, somebody said to me the other day, like, many of the roads are for shit out here. And somebody said to me, and I never even thought about it, they go, it doesn't even snow here.
Oh.
Like, we have nice weather by and large. Like, we don't, other places may have excuses for throwing the salt down. They got the tractors and the plows and a big 4 foot of snow blows in and stuff. We just have sunshine for the most part and 78-degree weather. What's our excuse for the shittiest roads ever?
Great point. I bought my car from San Francisco. They shipped it in. It's a California car. So you get less rust.
Right.
Everything's better with the weather here.
Yes.
And the road should be better.
All right. Anyway, good on Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, so the Department of Public Works did say that, by the way, that wasn't a pothole that Arnold filled. It
was a body.
It was a service trench that relates to active permitted work being performed. And they expected that work to be done by the end of May. So that hole is being used by the service.
Oh, it's embarrassing.
Embarrassing.
And there's a
but I bet it would have never got done.
I know, that's what I'm saying. And there's a Bureau of Street Services that did a conference with Karen Bass recently. And they said that since December, the department has received 19,642 pothole repair service requests since December. But they say they have successfully completed over 17,000 of those requests, and they expected all the potholes to be filled by the end of April.
Okay.
So Arnold didn't have to do this.
I still can't imagine why in 2023. I mean, Arnold had to get the sack of asphalt out, like spread it, like tamp it down, and then
Good technique, yeah.
used a weighted device to smooth it over and tamp it down, and then put some diatomaceous earth or something over it, some pea gravel or decomposed granite or something, and spray it over, throw it over the top so it wouldn't stick, to the car. Like, shouldn't we just have some 2-part rubberized epoxy that's like self-leveling?
Right.
Like you could literally just show up with the part 1, part 2, whip it up in a bucket and just it would just level. It would just be self-leveling. Like you wouldn't have to tamp it down. You wouldn't have to. It's
That's
2023. Like the technology that we have as it pertains to anything else is through the fucking roof, and then the road is just like, we got to get some more dead dinosaur guts and it out, and it smells weird, and it gets all over your hands. If you step in it, your shoes are all fucked up.
Right.
Cars run over it. It like dips down and sticks to the tire and stuff. Like, just
We have filler for everything.
Yes, there's just no.
We should get the guys in Brazil who make women's asses bigger. Ship them in to fix the roads.
Oh,
fill that in.
Hold on. Now you're talking.
All right. I'm back.
Hold on.
I'm listening.
But they can't do it alone. We need that Bill Swift guy or whoever the guy who rubberizes your house.
Oh, yeah.
What's that? Billy Mays, Billy Swift, Bill Swift.
I
Shit.
think Billy Mays died. But
Billy Mays died
you're talking
in a
about.
pothole-related incident when he was on a Vespa in Venice Beach. But Swift, Tommy Swift, Bill
is this the
Swift.
guy on the boat?
He's got all these
Listen,
products.
I would pitch him with the Brazilian ass enlarger. I'd make an all-star team
Yes.
of potential pothole fillers.
Right.
And
Filibust.
Yeah, I want a montage of the team getting together.
Yeah.
they would get in front of Karen Bass, the mayor, and they'd get in front of the city council, and they go, "What makes you qualify?" And they go, "Bitch, I took a screen door and made a fan boat out of it. You understand? You don't think I can fill your fucking pothole? Fill your fucking pothole drunk in my sleep, bitch.
Right.
I took a fucking house. I put my magic tape and elixir all over it, spackle all over it, then we flooded the sound stage. Not a drop made it into the goddamn house. And you don't think I can handle a fucking 3-inch pothole?
Exactly. And this is LA. There's tons of lip injection, fake tits. It's all stuff we can fill holes with.
We have the material.
Yes.
Oh, it's Phil Swift.
Phil Swift.
Oh my, it's in the name.
It's in the name.
He fills
Phil
it swiftly.
Come on.
Yes.
There he is. Flex
Yeah,
Seal.
no, his
That's
real
it.
name's probably Arnold Fagenbaum or something, but he's changed it to Phil Swift.
Oh, yeah.
You don't think this fucking hunk of man with his beautiful mane of hair could fucking handle these potholes? And look, if the product doesn't exist, he'll whip it up. He'll
in the
fucking
garage.
talk to his R&D team, tell them, look, you've waterproofed a fan boat, you've waterproofed a home.
Yep.
This is nothing.
The only thing he can't fill is the hole in his heart.
Yes.
But everything else he
That's
can
right.
fill up and patch.
Is his name really Phil Swift?
They're saying, yeah.
Wow.
Man, it was like
It's his calling.
he was meant to do this.
Yeah.
He was
Oh, yeah.
touched by God, is really what we're talking about. You guys seen the one where he takes a house, takes a whole house, covers it with spackle and his magic waterproof tape, and then they flood the entire
I
soundstage.
love
The
that.
water goes all the way up past almost like halfway up the side of the house, like past the windowsills, up the whole thing. Not a drop makes it into that goddamn house.
Where was he during Katrina?
Exactly.
They
Yeah.
used him.
Yeah.
I love when they prove it too. When the products have to show you, like this is the stickiest stuff ever, and they pick up a bowling ball with his hand, or the wine on the bed. Remember the wine
you
glass?
jump on the
Yeah.
bed.
Yeah, I love when they prove it.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, he's all about proving it. And it's all in the commercial. And again, maybe the Flex Seal is enough just to fill the potholes.
Yeah, probably.
But if he's got to go down to the lab, get his guys going on something that's a little more tensile strength or sturdier, put some aggregate in it or something like that, fine, so be it. But this guy with the Brazilian butt surgeons,
Yes.
those guys create like a blue ribbon panel.
Yeah.
We have the flood commercial. Oh, this guy.
What is his net worth? I wonder. Is he
can't-
loaded or not loaded?
It's not
to be
enough.
loaded.
Whatever it is,
Yeah.
he needs to be. We need to be more
Whoa, here
compensated.
it is.
Have you seen this, Chris?
I've never
never
seen
seen
this.
Oh, it's the best.
Ice caps are melting. Oceans are rising.
That's right.
More massive storms mean more devastating floods.
Katrina.
Hi, Phil Swift here
Phil
for the
Swift.
Flex Seal family of flood protection products. A new
he
innovation
can
in
talk,
flood
too,
protection,
you know?
Yeah.
specifically designed to help you protect your home or business from damaging floodwaters. To show you the incredible sealing power of our flood protection products, we built this entire house and sealed up every gap, crack, and hole using
Wow.
our flood protection products.
Oh man, I got
Windows and
fucking
doors.
wood when I was
Fuse and
watching this
pressure.
Pour that in a
commercial.
Crawl
pothole.
spaces, basement windows, vents and ducts,
Storms
garage
rolling in.
doors.
If this guy made
other
condoms, no one would get
areas,
pregnant
water
again.
That's right.
Our
Zero
flood
on
protection
water, baby.
products are
Yeah.
specifically designed
I was a
to work
bedwetter. I
together
could have used this.
in order
Yeah,
to
me
create
too.
multiple layers of super strong protection.
Oh, the CGI
it's
lightning.
coming.
Once everything is dry and sealed, let's open the floodgates.
Oh, here comes Noah.
Oh, man.
This commercial, in my opinion, is better than anything that was submitted to Sundance last year.
Yeah. Look
Yeah.
at this. Michael Bay. I mean, this is
Oh
high
my God, gripping.
gripping. The music. They got a full
That
orchestra.
water is rising fast, but our flood protection products are holding tight.
Philip Glass did the music.
I mean, look at the
And when
production.
used in combination with one another,
Cinematic.
they'll create
What
a
a
powerful
psycho. He
force
must have
field
paid a
of
fortune for
protection
this.
that can hold back water. A lot of water.
All right.
Yes, this is pretty
I'm
high.
sold.
I'm going to use this as part of the sizzle reel for the LA Council when I'm explaining.
Yeah.
There's a new fucking sheriff in town. Now listen, you gabby bitches can sit around and talk about shit till the fucking cows come home, or we can get some shit done.
Yes. Here.
Phil Swift.
Bring him in.
He's the hero we need.
Phil comes in. We have the Brazilian
Yeah.
butt doctors as well.
Oh, yeah.
Created a tribunal. And they're going to fucking handle this. And I'm going to be like, this isn't enough project for them. They're going to be bored doing
True.
these
Yeah.
potholes.
True. Well, let's get him down to like, what is it? Where's the place that keeps flooding? Aren't there floods somewhere like Cuba or something?
Sure.
I don't know. There's always some place that's flooding over. Or Venice. You know, Venice,
Italy.
They say it's sinking.
Oh,
Yeah.
it is, yeah.
You know, get the Flex Seal in there.
Yeah, the Venice out here is sinking because of the homeless. It's like overloaded with homeless. It's going into the ocean and fecal matter and RVs that they're inoperable.
Oh,
Yeah, Phil can't help that.
Phil can't do that,
No,
but he can do the potholes.
Yeah,
There's
definitely.
no doubt in my mind. All right, wait a minute. Does Mike August want equal time on his cocaine bear?
Yeah, he does. He was upset.
Where is
you
he?
put him on blast.
What happened?
He went next room. He's been pitching a comedian calling in his cocaine bear.
Huh.
Uh-huh.
But
That-
he doesn't speak.
Yeah, well, this one
One
would.
Okay. Sorry. I don't want to ruin the bit.
Well, yeah, Mike, pitch us your idea.
Well, also, it is true you went out to the group, right? You went out to Jimmy Kimmel and Sal and James Dixon and Danny Two Sheets and everyone.
Yeah.
You wanted them to vote.
Only after being frustrated by you, correct?
Right. You put it. You
And I
took
bet
it
he
to the
thinks
people.
you butchered it when you explained it.
Okay, but
You blocked it.
What was the feedback from Jimmy and
Well,
Daniel?
that wasn't even the point. I knew that was going to go right in the toilet. That was the last gasp of just saying to you, you've missed the boat on this.
Well, there's probably going to be a cocaine bear too.
Yeah.
But
New
keep
Coke
going.
Bear.
Electric Boogaloo.
Push it. Give it a pitch, Mike.
New Coke Bear. Coke Bear has got a bad habit and a bad attitude, right? He got totally screwed, right? He had a bad deal in the first film because he had a possum for an agent, right?
I like it.
Every fucking zoo in the world is trying to capture him, put him on display. He's a hot item, right? He's got to go to Bear Hab. He's got a wicked Coke habit now.
Bear Hab.
It's all going wrong for Coke Bear, right? So I said, Jonathan Kite, the great Jonathan Kite, take the Paul Giamatti character and make that the Coke Bear. Can you imagine Coke Bear with that kind of just like crazy, neurotic Paul Giamatti thing? That would be a great fucking character.
What was his response?
He said yes. He loved it.
All right.
He loved it.
He did. And then he comes in studio the other day, and I'm like, oh, great. Now we're going to get some new Coke Bear. And do we? No.
Well, Jonathan Kite is funny, but you know who should play Cocaine Bear is Hunter Biden.
Yeah.
You know, that might be a
maybe.
We don't have that kind of budget.
Yeah, you're right.
I think we could get Artie Lang to do it.
Oh, yeah.
That's too close to home.
Oh, okay.
got a
Too on the
nose.
nose.
Too on brand.
Too on-
Mike, would you like to play a little Cocaine Bear? I could interview you.
Not I. No, I'm the brains behind the
He's the
outfit.
idea
I am
man.
not the
I
character.
get it. You're Aaron Spelling, but you're not one of the kids from
Exactly.
Not Jason
the
Priestley.
Peach Pit.
No, you got to imagine somebody with real talent getting their teeth into this, their big bare teeth. It would be a
Yeah.
great character.
The problem with people with real talent is they don't like lame ideas.
What?
We need someone who's a little mediocre in the talent, like a little
Right.
hungrier, a
Who
little more
put
desperate.
Cocaine Bear on national television less than a month ago?
Was that
Jimmy.
I thought it was Jimmy Kimmel.
Jimmy
A
put
little
co-
show called The Oscars.
Oh,
Was it
that's
lame
right.
then?
Came out with
Yeah,
Elizabeth
that's
Banks.
Was there a
true.
Coke Bear on the fucking Oscars?
And he also did the Chupacabra on Kevin and Bean, Jimmy.
So give me a goddamn
you know.
break on lame idea.
And
All right.
Conan had the masturbating bear.
Yeah, Conan had the master. You know what? I've turned the corner on this.
They should combine coked up masturbation bear.
Yeah, redemption. Maybe we can pitch Cocaine Bear to Mike Singletary because he was a bear.
Oh, and he was around in the 80s.
Yeah, he won't be offended by that at all.
I know he's deeply religious, so let me handle the pitch. All right, Mike, redemption. Now leave the mic alone.
I feel vindicated.
Okay. All right.
I love it.
All right.
All right. So there's a new Fight Club around, and it's yeah. And the rule is you're not supposed to talk about Fight Club if you're in a Fight Club, but that didn't apply to the sixth grade girls at a Tallahassee, Florida middle
girls.
school.
Whoa.
Well, yeah. So there's a middle school teacher
Oh, Florida. Yeah.
Yeah, who has
girls. Yeah.
been arrested for hosting student fights and letting her kids brawl in the classroom.
I don't want to get into cultures here, but I've definitely interviewed some women of color who were like, what's her name? Who was I talking to?
Oprah.
Yeah, it was Oprah.
Michelle Obama.
It's one of those.
No, it was Rose. I'll think of who did I interview on here?
Rose?
Yeah, I'll think of it. in a
Okay.
second. I got the Rose part though.
I can't think.
Oh, Amber Rose.
There you go. Come on, producer. I got half of it.
Oh, you did, yeah.
All right, go on.
Thanks, Mark.
You got it.
Okay, that's how you end it.
She's very
Thanks, Mark.
sexy.
Amber Rose, right. She said when she was like growing up in South Philly, like you'd fight.
Yeah.
And a lot of the moms would like show up just to make sure it stayed clean. Mm-hmm. I mean, like just no shivs, stay out of the way, no trash can lids.
Sure.
Unless it's before 8 a.m. They would like sanction the fights. And then you go the backyard fights in Florida, Kimbo Slice and stuff
Oh,
like
yeah.
the moms and the grandmas were like
Really?
these were like family affairs. So
Wow.
I've ruled out Jew, but there's still some other.
Well, Jake LaMotta in the Bronx, when he was young, his parents would all line up around, all the neighborhood parents, and all the kids would fight. And if you won, they'd throw you pennies.
Mm-hmm.
And they said he all got in so many fights as a kid. I'm talking like 6 years old, that he had a padded head or a skull just from wear and tear.
He's now a tow truck driver.
That's
Yeah,
right.
there you
Yeah.
go.
All right. So sorry. Continue.
So yeah, this teacher would be watching from the desk, and she'd say the rules like, okay, it's a 30-second fight. No phones, by the way. You're not allowed to record any of this or attract attention. No screaming or yelling. Just let these kids fight. And she would watch it. And so the girls in the class told the administrators. Of course, she was fired. Now she's arrested. She disputes the allegations, but she did tell the investigators.
I was way off. We're looking at a picture of her.
Yeah, I know.
Wait, is that the new mermaid?
Yeah,
wow.
So she's 23. So she said, "Look, this didn't happen, but I did fail to call for help or take quick action when they did fight. But I wasn't encouraging them. So that's what she's saying. She has an arraignment in May. But yeah, so this was it. So she would just put these kids and have them fight, and it was to the point where the kids would plan it. Like, okay, I'm gonna fight Billy today.
Yeah, like
Wow.
when I played Pop Warner football and like kids got into a tussle, they would like grab you both by your face mask, and they'd go like, all right, we're going to line it up now. We'll settle this now. And they get on like blow the whistle and you just be popping each other and stuff like that. There was a sort of 70s
It's
Pop
like why
Warner football version of this.
It's why they allow fighting in hockey, right?
Right.
Isn't it? Just get it out of your system and then we can finish the game.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably not what you want in your junior high, but all right. I'm batting 1,000 on my ethnic stereotypes, though. That's what the true story is for me.
Not to bring it back, but if I was her, I would go, hey, better than shooting.
That's right.
It's still just fighting. Could
Or-
be a shootout.
When the shit does go down, you're going to want some bitches who can handle themselves.
Good point.
Guy fucking storms in. They drop him with a left hook and a quick uppercut. You know what I mean? Like you don't want people hiding under the desk being picked off. You want people that are good with their hands.
Yeah, remember that I was talking about that high school teacher who got fired because he said, okay, if there's a school shooting, I want you guys to write your obituaries real quick.
Yeah.
But they should be saying, no, let's learn how to fight and defend ourselves.
Let's
There you
scrap.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
Well, anyway, so yeah, she's going to be arraigned in May. All right, so there's a.
I think she'll do well in prison.
Oh, yeah.
I think so too. I mean, she's young though.
Because,
23.
pedophile, that doesn't work out too well. But sanctioning fights in a classroom in Florida, you're going to be the belle of the ball in your women's prison.
She's Dana
Right.
White.
Yeah, plus
Yeah, Dana
she's
Black.
the Don King. That's right. She's Dana Black. I mean, she probably get some sanctioned fights going in the
Yeah,
joint. You know
exactly.
what I
Have
mean?
some
Like
money
she's going to
involved.
take her skill and just apply it right to the yard.
Yeah, get a lot of cigarettes out of
That's
it.
right.
Oh, speaking of UFC, did you hear that Jake Paul and Nate Diaz agreed to a fight?
No.
Yeah,
That's
a
exciting.
boxing fight. Yeah.
Wow,
Boxing
that'll
match.
be fun.
Yeah.
Oh, I go
Jesus
Nate on
Christ.
that
Next
one.
one.
He fights scrappy.
Yeah. Well, that'll be
Jake's-
fun.
Jake's taking some real opponents now.
Yeah.
All right, so there's a San Antonio dispatcher, a 911 dispatcher, who's fired or at least been suspended right now on unpaid leave because she has been sexting other cops. Now remember, this is an
Whoa.
issue.
I think I'm
in
going white
Tennessee.
on this one.
Okay. I'll go Hispanic. You said
San
San Antonio.
Antonio.
San Antonio, yeah.
Playing the odds.
We'll see if we can find a picture. So the way she got caught was her husband discovered the messages on her phone and then went to her work and her bosses and said, "Look, she is having affairs with all these cops," and told on her about it.
Was she banging him or was she just sexting?
Well, both.
He
according
should
to
have
these messages.
He should have just called 911, and she'd pick up the phone and go, "I got an emergency." And she'd go, "What is it?" And you go, "Are there any other 911 operators there today?" And she'd go, "No, they're at lunch." And I'd go, "It's not. I'll call back later with the emergency. When's your shift end, babe?"
Right. Right. And I always say, whenever these cops end up, I think I got Hispanic.
You may have got Hispanic. Could be white.
Could be.
Could be.
But she's fun. I mean, whenever I see these cops fucking, that's when I want to see the body cam footage. Not
Yeah,
during the
you're
shootout.
right.
That's too dark. I want to see the fucking body cam.
13-year-old in Chicago running, getting shot in the back.
that's hard to watch.
Fucking
No
depressing.
thanks. No
Yeah,
thanks.
yeah. Roll on the sex, the group
Exactly.
sex. Maybe her last name is Perez.
Yes.
Married into it?
No, come on. She can make a mean flauta.
But she could be. Maybe the husband's last name is Perez.
True.
All right, so a million things. First things first. You're right. Body cam, roll on it, number one. Number two, maybe the reason this keeps happening is maybe it's a weird, quiet recruitment tool. Like cops, they're having trouble keeping cops.
Yeah.
Cops are all retiring. They're all quitting.
Yeah.
True.
So you start slowly pushing the story out there that they're gangbanging all the phone operators and fucking pulling trains and stuff.
Perk of the job.
Yeah, I mean, the average dude where you go, well, we got $3,500 for moving expenses. That's fine, but fucking coworkers, that's a much higher perk. So maybe they're just kind of slowly putting it out there.
That's a great call.
As a recruitment tool.
Because before it was like, hey, cop, you get to run red lights, you get free coffee at the diner, but now you get to fuck Perez.
Yeah, if I can buy my own coffee and donuts for I have $3.
Exactly. This is way better.
Her husband is Perez, though.
Yeah.
But she could be Hispanic as well. Does she... If you're the husband and you discover the phone, are you marching into work? Like
That's a question.
I feel like we got to have a little what I call chalk talk. You know what I mean? Like I got to gather her in a room, sit her down, we'll get the dry erase board out, and let's think this one out.
Yeah.
Do you do it like a cop? Where were you on the night of the 15th?
First off, this is a source of income for him.
Aha.
Number one. Number two, I don't know. There's illegal behavior going on. There's ramifications. What if we started blackmailing the other cops to try to get some extra income? You know what I mean? Like, let's not be too hasty.
Sure.
Here.
Yeah. Interesting.
This is essentially finding an attaché case filled with heroin. Like your buddy goes, we got to just go turn it in, but you're like, well, hold on. They'd probably just end up fucking selling it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying we're not turning it in, but like, whose is it? What's the street value?
We could sell it.
Just saying.
Yeah.
That like let's just sleep on it.
Right.
Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't feel like he should have marched down and dropped that dime.
I don't either. It's weird too because she sexted 7 cops, had affairs with 2 that were confirmed.
Okay.
And it's just like, how do these cops like hint to their buddies like, hey, I banged Perez and I think you should too.
And did they get fired for this? Because I think it's good morale around the cop station. You know, in the movies it's like, give me your gun and badge, Mahoney. But this is like, no, go fornicate. Build
or maybe they
camaraderie.
do a version where like they call them in, and you got the big husky black. He's the chief, and he's like, Mahoney, I got the mayor, I got the DA, I got the city council, all crying for my job. Now, I need your condom, your butt plug, your French tickler, and your Benoit balls now, and your shield. Now!
I need your gun and badge.
Yeah, so they posted like screenshots of all the texts are all out there now. The husband's really upset because
Who's posting it? The husband?
Oh, I mean the outlets are. I don't know how they got a hold of these.
That's what I'm saying.
But yeah, so they're like talking about meeting up at hotels and just talking dirty. The husband was bummed because there was a lot of emojis referencing body parts. They're talking about kissing, making out. Yeah, so.
Oh, this is pretty tame, though. I can't wait to caress you and kiss you all over. Come on, officer.
This is why, if you're going to engage in this and you don't want your bitter husband posting this shit, you have to have the exchange with one of the dudes you're fucking where you're like, my husband has such a small cock and halitosis that I can't, and his learning disability, it makes him non-sexual to me because that guy would never post that.
Yeah, right.
Then that's the smart move. That's the shrewd move.
Good point. Oh,
Thank you.
That's tough too when they're sexting with the typos. Kind of takes you out a little bit, He says, can't wait to get hot and sexy when I'm inside you.
Yeah,
that's tough. Do you correct that or you just keep going?
I think you keep going. Like sometimes when a guy's really pissed off and he starts venting and he fucks something up.
Yeah.
And he'll screw up the name of somebody or a city or a capital or a town or something. When he's rolling, you got to just kind of let him go.
Let him go.
Plus, the sexting with a boner, some of that blood, leaves the head.
Good point. And also, these guys can't get an iPhone. We got the green bubble.
Yeah.
Get the blue.
Mm-hmm. All right.
All right. So there are these protesters in England at a museum.
Oh, good. I love it. It's not us.
Yeah.
Other countries
Yeah.
are fucked up too. Thank God.
Well,
France is on fire.
and we've been seeing this over the last year or so. Protesters going to museums, they'll deface like the Mona Lisa and things like that. Well, there was so there's a protest group heading over to the Herbert Art Gallery and Museum in Coventry, and there's some footage posted where they decide to climb over a low metal barrier before they're being tackled to the ground by the staff. So they're kind of onto these protesters.
Good. Get them.
Yeah, so there's a dinosaur exhibit, and they wanted to spray it with paint, of course. To show that they're against climate change or use of oil. But yes, and by the way, this is a 21-year-old guy and a 67-year-old woman.
Wow.
Who are looking
Harold
to.
and Maude over here.
That's right.
Who are looking to deface the. Yeah.
Oh.
So they
shoulder checked her.
Exactly, yeah, and they're just like, he's just looking at her like, don't do this. Do you understand? Go away. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So the 21-year-old just laying flat there.
This is what it takes.
This is great.
Because all you need is a couple of messages sent. Just a couple of fucking elbows and a few knees to the skull, and people knock this shit off.
Yeah.
Because they operate with impunity now. Like,
I know.
Have you ever? Could you imagine when you were a kid? Like, you see all this video now. The guys, they're all on the hood of the cop car and they're jumping up and down. If I saw that shit when I was 14, I'd be like, why aren't they shooting them?
Yeah,
like, they should
right.
be fucking shooting them. Why weren't they shooting? Like, I wouldn't have been able to make sense of people jumping up and down on the hood of the cop car, or made sense of the bitches at CNN defending the people that were jumping up and down on the hood, but everyone is way too fucking empowered.
The only person
just way too empowered.
The only person you saw on a cop car hood or a car hood was Tawny Katane.
That's
that was
right.
it. She
That's
was
right.
allowed to do it, and that was about it. But this is bad, and I hope these people don't sue and win, because that could happen too.
She was on the hood of a Jaguar, I think.
Ah, shit. Okay.
Well, maybe she got really shit-faced and a cop ran her over
There we go. I'll take it.
recently. Is she passed?
No.
Something
I hope
happened
not.
with
She was
Tawny
a-
Katane.
She was a looker.
I think she... Listen, you anyone who died during COVID, we can no longer say is alive or dead if we think they died during COVID, because nobody has a memory of COVID.
He passed in 2021.
No way.
What? I told you, fucking numbskulls.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, I'm pretty sure
also
that
dated Seinfeld.
that White Snake video was a jag. And I'm also pretty sure you just made that timely but astute Harold and Maude reference about the young guy with the old woman.
Sure, great movie.
They drove a Jaguar in that movie that was outfitted, had the back outfitted like a hearse.
That's right. That was a beautiful car before
Yes.
they fucked it up.
Yeah. White Snake, it is a Jag.
Jaguar
Nice pull.
XJ.
Yeah.
Double Jag.
Yeah, double Jag.
You went on a Jag about Jags. My parents were Jags in the military.
Oh, really?
Yeah, military lawyers.
Really?
Yeah.
Love that series.
Oh, that guy was hot.
Tom Cruise was a Jag in a Few Good Men, wasn't he?
I believe so.
Yeah. All right, let's keep going before we get lost in all weird references.
I jagged off earlier.
Jag off.
Well, also remember the NBA playoffs are happening. Remember, a lot of people would run out onto the court, glue themselves to the court, and chain themselves to the basket and stuff. So we'll see. We'll see what
Oh,
happens.
God. Hope it's not Jane Fonda.
What happens this year? So McDonald's has opened a fully automated location, no human employees at Fort Worth.
Yeah.
So yeah, you just go in there, you interact just with a robot screen, and yeah, no human employees.
Who's going to ignore me at the counter now?
That's right.
Who's going to tell me the ice cream machine is broken?
Do you think the robot, do you think they're going to have all the sort of piccadillys and eccentricities? Like, you know that move, like when you go to McDonald's, you go, could I have a couple more ketchup packets, and they take the box from down under the thing, they just dump it all in the super passive aggressive way. Like, you think the robot's going to be programmed to be able to do that, or like a program, like we got to argue with it.
Yeah,
like,
I need some tude.
or you go, hey, could I get a McGriddle? it's after 10:30, and you're like, it's 10:34.
Yeah,
We
sorry,
put
sir.
the eggs away. I can see the eggs from behind here.
We should put a
Sorry, we can't help you. Like,
put a few press-on nails on the screen and a chewing gum noise.
right. I think you can get the Egg McMuffin all day now.
Yeah, you can.
It's another one of my fucking complaints that have come true. Like the millionth time. There's a whole chapter in my book, I think, where it's like you do that thing where you go out and you fucking drink hard on a Saturday night, and Sunday morning, like the only thing that's going to work is 2 Egg McMuffins, something greasy and whatever you get on it. But you're hungover and you fucking went to bed late and you pull in and it's like 10:35 and they've cut it off. And I was always like, why cut it off? Like, why people want this? Why can't they get it?
Yeah.
And then I said, if you're entrepreneurial, you'd buy 100 of them and just fucking stand out in the parking lot with the bag and wait for all the hungover sacks of shit to come pulling in, and you'd be like, $22.
Yeah, mark it up.
And they'd be like, come on, they're fucking $1.89. You go, hey, if you don't, not in the mood.
Yeah, supply and demand, bitch.
Hold on, I'm going to eat one while we're talking about this. Oh, I smell that Canadian bacon.
Those businesses where you call in and you go, hey, why don't you guys do this? And they go, sir, everyone asked for this. And you're like, well, then do it, you cum guzzler.
The fucking, when I was trying to get my 50-50 shawarma plate, when they gave me the everybody asked for this, I was like, yes,
exactly.
Everybody.
The McDonald's thing, it's just because they wanted the demand, right? I mean, that's what makes like the McRib
what it is?
ubiquitous because they only offer it, like 3 months of the year, 2 months of the year, and when it happens, everyone goes nuts over it.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's like the Shamrock Shake, but I will say this. Listen to me. Everybody that wants, all the retarded politicians that want the minimum wage raised to $23 or whatever the fuck it is, good luck. Because Flippy the robot is going to be making those burgers.
Right.
Listen, the other thing, when I'm pitching Phil Swift to the city council and to the legislators, I'm going to say, look, I just want to be clear, like moving forward from here. You guys make a bunch of policies to try to get a bunch of big companies to give you more money. Here's what you need to factor in. You guys are dumb as shit, and you've been sucking off the government teat for the last 25 years. None of you are smart, and if you were smart, you're dull now because you don't work in the private sector. Nobody would give you a fucking job in the private sector. You're fucking chair warmers who get a fixed salary. When in fact you think you're going to outsmart one of these multi-billion-dollar companies, and you go, we're going to add this, or we're going to raise the minimum wage. Guess what's going to happen? Less employment, less young people working, less poor people working. You think you're going to fucking outsmart the people that are 10 times smarter than you and have a bottom line and have to turn a profit? You are fucked because you're fat, slow, lazy, and dumb. That's why you're in this room.
Yeah.
You're in this room because you tapped out of life, not because you're good at things. So always understand that. And the next time you decide to put forward this idea or that idea, realize it shall bite you in the fucking ass. That's how this is going to work.
As a reaction.
Now, anyway, this guy's name is Phil Swift.
Yes.
And he wants to say a few words about potholes and waterproofing. Oh, is Singletary here? Oh, he's Buddha. Look, that guy's prompt. All right, we'll bring it home. Mike Singletary is going to join me in a minute. I don't know, Mark Norman, you want to hang out and hear what Mike Singletary has to say?
Sure, I don't want to step on his toes.
Do not step on his toes.
He's an 85 Bear coach, for Christ's sake.
He's 85. He coached the 49ers.
Oh, sorry.
He was part of the best defense. He was a captain of the best defense ever to be assembled on the defensive side of the ball, although that's redundant. All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll come back with Mike Singletary right after this.